Welcome to In the Green Room. I'm Kinga.
And I'm Chet.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Madison.
I'm Islam.
And what are we talking about today, Chet?
We're talking about Bang Bang, the awesome venue that you guys own and started in San Diego, right?
Yeah, it started in San Diego in 2012. I purchased it during COVID in 2020 and started operating in 2021 right out of COVID. And we came out here a year later to bring out the concept here.
Mm-hmm. The Tempe location is awesome. I've been to both of them, but they both have amazing food, amazing dance floors, DJs. Yeah, it's a great vibe. So it'll be fun talking about.
Correct. Yeah, restaurant, nice nightclub, Asian fusion, really good sushi, and then really great music as well.
All about the experience.
And why did we call it Bang Bang, Rachel?
Because it's a banging time. We have banging beats all the time. We book artists, primarily house artists from all over the world, but we do experiment with other genres as well from time to time. But yeah, we book artists from all over the world, and we particularly like to find artists that Islam can touch on this more too. We like to find artists that maybe have never played in the United States before at all, or have never played in Arizona or San Diego before, to kind of bring a fresh sound to San Diego.
And how do you find them?
Respectively.
Are you just sitting there looking on the internet, or how do you find these performers?
I go to
DJs?
Europe. I go to Europe a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of new acts have a tough time starting their career out over there, and usually just go out. I go to Spain, London, Germany, and just explore new music and bring that over here, and also going on SoundCloud, Spotify, listening to what I think would a younger demographic would like, and just hoping that it would sell tickets, and we do. We sell a lot of good tickets. We're known for bringing a lot of new music. I'm known for being a talent buyer that brings a lot of new music to specific markets. There's a lot of big touring acts in the world now that they played for me for the first time in the country, in Florida, in San Diego, and we still continue to do that, and I still continue to do that, and I love doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. How did you get into it?
I got into it, I was actually in Florida. I went to my first festival. I think it was like Sunset Music Festival 2013, and I was like, wow, I want to do it. So I actually was like, I need to find my way into music. So I at the festival, everyone was wearing camelbacks, so I decided to go to China and create my own water rave pack. So I made 2 designs, and then I started selling them in Orlando, and then there was a promoter, which we're still good friends with, Alliance Events in Orlando, and I started working with them. I started their artist hospo, so I was driving artists around, and then I slowly started getting into that business. I was actually working for Chase Bank at the time. I was a QA analyst, just working, doing a 9-to-5 job, and then
So you're good at math?
Something like that.
He is
Something like that. And yeah, I really hated my desk job, and then I just fully dropped out of working at a bank, and I was testing back-end software for Chase and currency exchange at the time, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to do this for the next 50 years of my life.
Sitting behind a desk, that sounds so boring.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I was making great money, way more than I was making in music. And I was like, I just got to give this my all and quit. I can't do half and half. I got to really focus on this. So I joined that alliance at the time, and we started doing tours around Florida, and I was going around with acts. So I started understanding the business. I started understanding how to book talent. I started understanding just the whole back end of putting a tour together. And we started booking acts in house music like AC Slater and Justin Martin and Artelon, and I really fell in love with the sound. And I just slowly focused on house music in Orlando and brought a lot of new acts into the scene, and created a name for myself in the music industry with agents and managers, and creating a great experience for all these artists that would never thought they would play Orlando. Now Orlando is really a massive market when it comes to house music. I'm not going to take the full credit for it, but I would say I really started pushing a lot of that sound at that time from 2015 all the way to 2019 before I left. And I was still booking acts as I moved to LA, in Orlando. But yeah, that's how I started off. And
so it's been a passion project of yours.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. If it wasn't a passion project, there's no way I would be doing it. I wasn't making any money. I really never made money doing it until I moved to, like, I made money doing it, but not where you can like survive off of it until after COVID, really, when I moved to San Diego.
But now it's going to be bang, bang, bang. Let's go.
Bang.
Oh yeah, baby.
We got a lot on the map from you guys. We have, not in addition to Bang Bang, you guys also started Pyramid Artists,
I feel like Rachel has to
managing
stop
artists.
Do you want this up here?
I'm okay.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, though. Can you tell us all about Pyramid Artists as well?
Yeah,
and Pyramid Events.
So yeah, Pyramid Events is my company that I started after doing my own thing and after leaving Alliance, and I focus on just doing house music solo by myself in Orlando. And at the time, I was actually tour managing with Green Velvet at the time, and he taught me a lot about house music, the history about house music, how house music came to life. And my passion always with him was to just manage artists. You know, he was such a great guy, and he taught me so much in this, and he's still a big influence in my life. And I go to him, and I'm even using his attorney for future business. You know, he's like my uncle when it comes to the music industry, because I've never really had that support from really anyone, and he's really...
Is he kind of your mentor?
Yeah, he's my mentor for sure. He always puts me in the right directions, always talks well about me, and I wouldn't be in the position I am today without him, that is for sure. And since then, I always wanted to manage artists that are up and coming, and I'm booking them. I'm in multiple markets. I understand the back end of stuff, so it was also a passion to just manage artists and help them grow in the United States, especially the ones that are coming from Europe or going to Europe. Like I manage Stacy Pullen. He's the second wave of techno. He started.
Stacy.
He's from Detroit.
Love his sounds. Let's go.
And that's one of my favorite sounds. So it's been a passion project and an honor to work for someone like that and help, bring him, introduce him to the younger demographic, because the wave of when he was big compared to today, there's been a change after COVID when it comes to house music. Those older guys that started it never really got into social media or really got into TikTok and pushing out their music and their stuff on their
They don't
socials.
get enough credit.
They don't get enough
For
credit.
sure.
So for
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
it's a passion to work with those guys and give them the credit and put them on shows and show the younger demographic that these guys actually started the music that you love.
Well,
Which
Bang
brings
Bang.
us
Oh,
to-
sorry.
Hold on, I have to just mention this. I want the listeners to hear about the full circle moment you had at Miami Music Week, because I remember you telling me you used to work with Green Velvet, like on his tour, and then we threw the Pyramid Events Miami Music Week parties at the National Hotel this last year, and we actually threw Green Velvet's party.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah,
just
that was-
super cool hearing about your full circle
Yeah,
moment
so,
with that party. So I want the listeners to know.
This is a really cool full story. 2018 was his first La La Land in Miami, and that's when he brought me in and he wanted me to intern for him. He already had a tour manager, so he's like, "Oh, I already have a tour manager, but you can help." And then he brought me in. I brought lasers in for his party because he has this track called Laser Beams. He has a track called Laser Beams, and I was like, "You need to get lasers for your show, and it's gonna be epic when you drop laser beams and it just shoots into the crowd, right?"
Necessary.
Yeah, it was necessary.
So cool.
I set that up.
How do we
I was
see
gonna
that?
say the production at those shows for Miami Music Week was amazing. Like the lasers and visuals, everything was
Yeah.
awesome.
Dancers.
10 out of
Is it on
10.
YouTube or is there a video or something?
I just was there in person, but
Oh, okay.
We have
That's
videos and
great.
pictures, yeah.
We'll have to show you some videos out
And
there.
So
did you guys hang out?
No, I'm running
You
around.
was-
I was
you
even
were
hanging out.
working.
I was not even hanging out with
I
him.
heard
I was like Rachel's Uber Eats delivery person,
Yeah, I was
basically.
working and we
Because she was
were
working some,
busy.
I was basically just her delivery person.
We were busy in the best way.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
that's
so flash
amazing.
forward to 2024.
There we go.
Yeah, so I interned for him that party. Well, actually, going back to that party, he had a tour manager that was in a complete douchebag. I don't know if I can say it on the show, but he ended up kicking me out.
Well, let's not say his name.
Yeah. He's irrelevant now, but he forced security to kick me out of that party.
Really?
For saying I was sneaking in underage girls, but I hired 2 beautiful photographers and videographers that were shooting the show, and he used that as an excuse. I was sneaking in underage girls, and they were way overage. So he forced security to kick me out of that party, and I was literally crying leaving that party, and I was like, Curtis, thank you for the opportunity to even bring me in. I'm leaving. I don't want to do this anymore. This is like pretty whack, you know. And
so was he basically just threatened by your presence?
Yeah, he was
creating any reason to get you out. Basically.
Yeah, and then because he was also jealous that Green Velvet was a surprise guest at Space for Dirty Bird, and Curtis ended up taking me instead of him because he showed up late to our walkthrough in the morning. Because I did everything. I didn't sleep that night. I did everything. I was doing the tour manager's job, really. Then, he took me to the party. We came back. Curtis went to the hotel to go sleep. And then I was hearing, like, everyone trying to kick me out. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I got kicked out. And then I started crying on the phone. And then Curtis
Wait, are you
was
saying
like,
crying?
Yeah. I was like 23.
If you're passionate about something,
and he had brought the lasers and done all this
like
work.
a huge opportunity for an artist to feel like
I don't cry. You know, I never cry. I don't ever show
It's
emotion. But this
detrimental.
was like I was young and just like really passionate about working with him. And then I called him and he just was laughing on the phone and he was like come to the hotel right now. So I walked him from his hotel back into the party with him, and everyone's like, what the hell, we just kicked this guy out, but he's with the headliner. This doesn't make any sense. And then 10 minutes later, I see the other guy getting kicked out. His agents, Green Velvet's agents, kicked out the other guy, and they're like, okay, well, now you can start working with him. This is your job now.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I started working with him.
Wow, that's a cool story.
I was working with him for about 1.5 years or so. Then COVID happened. I moved to LA, so I wasn't really working with him. We stayed in contact. Then this year came around. Well, our first series of parties in Miami at this pool was last year. And then he was like, oh, wow, you're doing that. He did this party previously with my partners in Miami before. And then he was like, oh, you're involved now, so let's bring it back to you. So we did it again last year, and it was his favorite all-time La La Land ever. And I was really happy with it because he was happy, and he always wants to work with me, and we're doing some future stuff together too. And I can't really say much about it, but
Green Velvet.
Yeah. It's
and he's like one of the biggest legends in house music of all time.
He's been around forever.
She is just kind of newer to liking house music, so you might not know exactly who he is, but he's like one of the all-time goats.
No, I've already looked him up, and I know his music.
He's been big since like the 90s.
And he's done a lot on the back end too for some big like Grammy-winning artists and helping produce albums. And Beyonce's playing his songs in the interim of her tour, and you know he's everywhere. So it's really incredible to be able to work alongside a legend, and you know that you guys have that friendship. It's really amazing.
He's a
wow.
trailblazer.
So is he going to come to Bang Bang?
Oh yeah. Every time we're in town, we always hang out. Or he comes to my house, or he comes to my venue and has food.
But will he perform at Bang Bang?
I can't say.
We can't say.
That means yes.
No, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, and
So tell us about this new exciting.
mystery.
We have a new opening in San Diego, July 6th. And why am I excited? Because Rachel and Chet are opening. They're opening July 6th, and I have a lot of friends that are flying out to see them. So
we're opening up our new. It's going to be called Bang on 5th.
Bang on 5th.
Yeah, it's right on 5th Street in the Gas Lamp, and we're excited to have opening weekend at that time, and you know, kick off the summer properly in San Diego.
Well,
really quickly for our listeners, 5th Street too in San Diego is at the heart of Gas Lamp District in downtown San Diego, and it is a pedestrian street, so it's for walking. So in the green room,
green, very sustainable.
Get your walking on. You don't need any fossil fuels or electricity to traverse 5th Street. So come on whenever you're in San Diego, come check out Bang on 5th.
And let's bang bang.
What were you gonna say, Chad?
So what's happening?
Oh, well, I was going to say that we're lucky to have such a supportive mom. She comes to basically all of our shows, and she dances so hard the whole time.
Watch
so
out.
And I bring an entourage with me.
She might whip you with your hair. She's got some erratic dance moves.
When I know in advance, I bring my entourage. You know, you did invite me to one Bang Bang night that I did go. but it was kind of a last minute deal that you asked me, and I was already had been to something else, and so.
That was your after party.
Yes. So I didn't bring an entourage, and it was, kind of a last minute thing. But I did enjoy it. So I'd like to be.
Show up with the entourage.
Yes, I like to bring my
Excited for
entourage.
the entourage.
Bring the entourage.
Yes.
to the city.
Well, this is something that you guys don't
Grand
know.
opening.
I have an entourage of not only friends that are around my age, but I have an entourage of like mid-20-year-olds that are my friends. They're not Rachel and Jess. They're my friends. And I show up with my friends.
So funny.
And now those friends have become their friends.
I love it.
But
Keeping it all in the family. It's
yes,
great.
yes. So tell us about. So you started this Bang Bang, this restaurant nightclub, and it's mostly sushi. How did you come up with this idea that it's, going to be sushi? And
Well, I bought it during COVID,
Okay.
so they had the idea of the sushi and the Asian fusion and the nightclub. So for me, during COVID, I was looking for a venue in San Diego. I was very passionate about throwing parties in San Diego. I was living in LA before COVID, and being in LA, I wasn't really a big fan of going to the parties there. So I would go down to San Diego and go to the parties there, and I really loved the scene, and everyone at all the parties was having fun, and that was like, oh, this is exactly why I throw parties. And then COVID happened, and I was looking for a venue in San Diego to just program shows at when COVID goes away.
So was it more about the music?
Yeah, it was definitely
Okay.
more
Yeah.
about
It was
the
more
music.
about the music.
We can tell
Okay.
that by his background, how he started with the festivals and artist managing and all that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
so
Okay.
definitely I have a big passion for music, and especially house music in general. And
I love house
food-
music. That's
But
my
the food
favorite.
there is still amazing, though.
Yeah.
So it's not like you only
Food
focus
is-
on the music.
Yeah, for
Both
sure.
aspects are
The food
great.
definitely comes first at our venues. I definitely care about the food, not saying that I don't, but I come from a music background, and I was managing and working at a restaurant / like day party spot in Orlando, so I understood how a bar and a restaurant can work together, and finding that fine ground of making sure that you do sell a lot of food and selling a lot of good food, so you can have a spot where you can also have great music too.
Well, and what's nice is when you have food, when people are drinking, they need
Why
a little
not both?
food.
Yeah, and I
they
think
do.
sushi is
For
the
the-
perfect nightlife food.
I do
'cause,
too.
It's light, it's shareable, it's fun, it's not too filling. It's a really great.
Well, there's a lot of good hot dishes there too
Absolutely.
for people that are really hungry like me. Where
Yeah.
the sushi, I
You
eat
can do both.
30 rolls, and I'm just like,
You
where?
can eat the entire
But-
sushi boat.
Yeah.
The flaming sushi.
They have really
boats
good
are
hot
great.
options
Yeah.
too.
We do, yeah. We have a ton of hot options: wings, noodles,
Yeah.
rice, katsu bao buns. So many great things. I
And
think
there's-
there's really something for everyone there.
There's a lot of great sake there too. While
Yeah.
we're drinking
Oh, for
some sake, so
Well, speaking of which, for this show,
segue.
we stopped at Far Away Wines. I wanted to show you to one of my favorite wine stores that's local, and we picked up this. Rachel, can you read what this is and what we're drinking?
Oh yes. Well, we do have our own sake company in the works. We'll talk about it in a moment.
Can we
But-
talk about that? Is that too soon, or can we talk
We
about
can
it?
talk
We can
about
talk
it.
about
Okay,
it.
good.
Yeah,
We
we'll
can talk
talk
about
about
it. So announce
I'll
this, and then
touch
we'll talk
on the
about your
sake we're
sake.
drinking at the moment because we got this in the spirit of discussing BB sake.
But next show,
Well, and it is
we will drink
local,
your
so it's
sake.
also sustainable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We love
Naturally.
supporting local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're here
We
saving the
gotta find and
planet.
support local.
One
One
show at a time. That's the catch. That's the little
Preach it, preach
catchphrase.
I love it.
So right now we're drinking Arizona sake. It's Arizona's first sake, and the woman at Faraway Wines, Pat, told us that this sake won an award in Japan for being the best sake that wasn't made in Japan. So pretty cool.
Coming from Arizona, that's really darn cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
yes.
amazing.
It's
It's
an
very
honor
good.
to have that award. And we're kind of working on gathering up our favorite local companies to feature on our new brunch menu at Bang Bang in Tempe. So we'll see, maybe this will make the locals cut. But we have some other amazing local offerings that are going to appear on our new brunch menu we're rolling out at Bang Bang in Tempe this week. But I digress. Let's talk about BB Sake for a second.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure, for sure.
Tell us about it. How did you
Well,
create this sake?
yeah,
I
we
mean,
just had the idea
BB
of
sake.
starting our own brand in our own venues and try to push sort of a seltzer. We didn't want to do a beer, a Japanese beer. Everyone already has that, so we wanted to do a sake seltzer. So I pushed out some flavoring. We got a
What is a sake seltzer for those? Dumb it down for people that don't know what that is.
yeah, it's like a
Some
White
of our
Claw,
listeners.
but it's based off of
Instead of a
sake.
malt liquor, it's a sake.
So it's actually drinkable. Like,
is,
I
exactly.
hate the aftertaste of White Claws. Oh,
Yeah.
you can tell it's
Yeah,
malt
there's
liquor.
no aftertaste on this one.
Yeah,
it's
it
so
sounds
good.
like it's way better.
Sparkling, it's
Yeah.
light, it's really good flavor, and you still have that 5% alcohol content. So you're still getting that kick that you want out of a seltzer, but it's a little bit smoother in my opinion.
Is it low
Probably
in
way
calorie?
smoother.
And
It is
low
low in
calorie.
calorie.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Check it out.
Low sugar, low
mango,
calorie.
lychee, pear, and grapefruit.
Mhm.
So when are those going to be available at Bang Bang then? Soon?
Probably by the end of the year, yeah.
Oh, cool,
We're
cool.
trying to push it out by the end of the year. We're in the process of just finishing. Everything is ready, all done. We just need to package it and then start selling it.
So when can we when is it available for us to drink it
How
on the
about this?
show?
Whenever it's ready, we'll come.
We'll have
back
to
on
have
the
another
show.
one,
We'll
yeah.
have another
Okay,
show
okay.
and we'll
We'll do
catch
it.
up on it and we'll
Yes.
have a tasting.
I was about to say a taste test.
We'll have a
Yeah.
taste
We
test.
love
That's
our
perfect.
tastings on the show.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Speaking of that, I am.
Did you get another bottle of sake?
Oh,
Isn't it sake to wine?
It is
Similar.
Kinga, so.
Sake and wine are kind of in the same
Uh-huh.
bracket,
Yeah.
I like to say.
Yeah, sake is technically a rice wine, I think. So, rice, grapes.
Tell that to my hangover tomorrow.
So we are all about trying to get people to be sustainable in little ways that you can change. Whether it's we all carpooled here today.
Hang up your toilet
Wait.
paper to dry.
Oh.
I just wanted to go extreme.
Well, I
We're
love
not
you
that
said
level
that.
of
Or
hippies,
if you're
but
downtown,
do what you
walking
can.
on 5th Street straight
Yeah.
to Bang Bang San Diego, you can just walk there.
I love
There you
that.
go, no cars.
And
There you
that's
go.
so sustainable. Or carpooling. We carpooled to the show.
Carpool.
We almost took 3
Yeah.
cars here.
Yeah,
And I said, what the heck?
She
Let's
did say
take
that.
1 car.
yeah.
And we
Save it.
did.
It's better anyways.
Yeah,
One
it's
of
more
these
fun.
things is not like the other. Check
Well, I Ubered here because you always show up with all this alcohol. Of course I'm not Ubering here. Uber everywhere.
Yeah.
So we are always on this show because we're saving the planet
One show at a time.
We're really trying to support how we can be more sustainable and just care more about the planet.
Well, supporting local
Local.
and supporting small businesses is a huge way to do that.
Absolutely.
Like, a lot
That's
of people
why-
just want to go eat at raw sushi because they know it already. But you should go support local businesses like Bang Bang because it's important to support entrepreneurs. Having competition is important.
I think so too.
I
Makes
agree,
everybody
100%.
better.
I agree.
100%.
100%.
And so that's why we're gonna drink. Their BB is seltzer isn't ready yet, or sake.
BB
So
sake.
we're gonna drink this Los Milix, and I know he won one of the top Arizona wine awards. But one of my
Oh,
favorite.
so that's also local then.
It is local.
Awesome.
100%
Oh.
local, and they won the award for one of the top rosés. And so let's have a little. I'll pass.
Sounds
it
like Faraway Wine should change their name to Local Wines. Like,
Well,
Not so
Close
far
up
away.
wine.
Well, I agree with that, except for they do have.
Well, unless you walk there, it's pretty far away.
fair.
Faraway Wines also does have great wines from all over the world.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're a wine connoisseur, yes, you're going to try to support your local wineries, but also,
You want something from Napa and from
France
France
and Italy
yeah.
and
Maybe
all over.
Australia,
I
maybe
mean,
South Africa.
exactly. So back to
Just like our music. We
bang,
like
bang,
music
bang,
from
bang,
a
bang,
little bit
bang,
of
bang,
everywhere.
How did
Music is very sustainable though to share from all over because you
Hmm.
just with the internet you just press play and you're
That's true.
transported to somewhere else across the globe where it was made.
So Rachel, are you excited about July 6th opening up at this big bang bang opening? And I'm going to be VIP?
I am extremely excited.
Yes.
We got the grand opening of Bang on 5th, and
Mhm.
yes, my brother and I will be playing direct support for Dylan Nathaniel, one of my personal favorite house music artists.
He's great.
He's so great.
He's
so
so
cool.
great.
He has such a cool story too. Like
So
he
is,
started with a
Sorry.
he started with like a bass housey sound, just kind of more intense, and then
Mhm.
kind of fell into like a warehouse tech house groove, which I love. And then he's kind of just kept exploring his sound ever since. He's a really great guy and a great musician and artist. So we're really excited to have him at Bang Bang on the 6th in San Diego.
Well, so is it Bang on 5th, like a new separate venue then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. So is that one,
Venue.
is it bigger than the original or the same size? Or?
No, it's smaller.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
But it's a
smaller,
brand new
it's
building.
smaller.
Yeah,
It's way
Brand new.
nicer.
It's brand new.
Very
It's a
cool.
really cool space.
Yeah.
Excited
A
to
little bit
see
more
it.
intimate.
Yes.
which we love.
Very
I love
cool.
it. Everything's gonna be brand new, and yes, and something new. They're launching their new breakfast or brunch.
That's
Here.
Bang Bang in Tempe. We're
In
having
Tempe.
our new brunch menu just launching this week ahead of us. Yeah, do you guys want to share your favorite things? We had a in-house menu tasting the other day. I loved everything I tried. It's hard to honestly pick a favorite, but our Wagyu burger was ridiculous.
I'm gonna say the Hong Kong French toast for
I
me.
love that
It's
one, too.
so
I almost
good.
said it.
The peanut butter and the sweetness and the French toast, it's delicious.
It's
and
so
it's very
yummy.
unique.
I come from Jersey, and I love East Coast food over West Coast because it's just much better to me. You know? But,
You're biased.
Yeah.
So
You are.
I love a pastrami. So we made a pastrami fried rice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm
That sounds
excited for
interesting.
that, Yeah.
Yeah, and we got like
Mm.
the fancy pastrami, the good stuff.
I was about to
so
say I haven't
it's
been
gonna
there
be
for the
amazing.
brunch yet, but for the dinner, the fried rice and then the chicken katsu and the sushi were like the three things that
They're good. We're
I
actually
order every
doing
time I go back because I like it that
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
We're doing a katsu chicken and waffles as well. Fried chicken and waffles.
Ooh.
So a
Yeah.
little
For breakfast?
twist. Yeah. So a little
Nice.
twist on the katsu that you love, but with, fried chicken and waffles. It'll be
Sounds very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, we have the local section too. So you guys will see all of the offerings if you come into Bang Bang in Tempe. Our brunch, again, just for the listeners, going over everything. Brunch is rolling out this week. And on the local section too, we'll have some featured local food offerings. My personal
Bagels,
favorite of which, we have
eggs.
some bagel felds.
Yeah.
And we
Coffee.
have Arizona Lemonade Co. And then we have Passport Coffee and Tea.
Oh,
Family
really,
favorite
dude?
for a long time. Yeah.
I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I love bagels, so again.
You have to get a proper bagel.
Yeah, get a proper
You gotta
bagel.
do it proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one question I have
Good
is,
taste.
are there any? I know that there's really good sake options and like Japanese whiskey options. Are there any wine options for people at Bang Bang too?
No, your mother is gonna.
There will be. I'm gonna be in charge of
Okay.
that.
We have some. We have some.
Well, because I
that
was
we're
gonna say
gonna add
that's
more.
Putting the
how you
together.
lure her and her friend group in there.
It is true.
Like,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at our wine
It
list.
is true.
We have
Right.
a troublemaker wine, which is good. It's a red wine.
She's
It's
gonna be
good.
our sommelier at the
Yeah,
door.
she's gonna be the
She's
bringing
a
everybody.
troublemaker.
Yeah, she's gonna talk to
Well,
all of our table.
You have a lot of those.
Oh my gosh, she'll be the do I say it right? Sommelier.
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 And a lot of those sorority girls will probably drink some of the wine
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Of course they will.
Shove it down their throats.
That's to slap here. It'll be fine wine.
So are we doing
I like
anything
them.
southwest? A little southwesty. I know it's Bang Bang. I know it has like an Asian flair, but there's
tequila. I mean,
I'm not going to say where I had brunch this weekend because I just don't want everybody to find me there because that's where I like to go.
Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it, but I
Okay,
want
I'm
to take you
curious.
guys there. There's one dish that I really like, and I think you could do it very easily.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
We're down to
Yes.
try it.
We're,
Yes,
always.
yes. And I didn't say where it is, so no one knows.
We love food.
Everyone
so
knows
we
me
would
there,
love to
too.
try more food.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
it's really hurting you to not tell everybody right now. I can see it.
Although,
Should I tell?
I don't know.
Don't share.
don't share it.
I'm
Keep it a
not sharing it. I'm not
mystery.
sharing it. I'm not sharing
It's more
it.
fun that way.
There's literally the two best breakfast items on the planet that I've ever had that are
But
so
you haven't
unique.
been to Bang
Yeah.
brunch yet,
True.
so
That's
you might have a
true.
different
You're
answer.
speaking
to
too
that.
soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Other
Okay.
recap
Might
call,
have a
we'll to
different
talk
answer.
on
All
that.
right. All right. We'll talk about it next show.
Yeah, and if it's
There we
not,
go.
you're gonna go back there and tell the chef you better fix this up because I don't want this to be the best.
Tell them.
So, is your family so proud of you with this whole excitement? Like, this
Well,
is
my-
incredible.
My two younger siblings are doctors, so it's kind of it's difficult. I wasn't too good at school, so my dad always taught me. He always took me. He was an entrepreneur himself, and he always took me everywhere because he knew I was just a failure in school. So yeah,
I don't know
I'm
about
sure
a
they're
failure.
proud. I'm sure they're proud. I think they're definitely proud. But it was not the
Of course, they're proud.
yeah, it wasn't the way they're what they expected me to become, but they're definitely proud. Yeah.
Well, it's awesome that you took your own path and did something that you authentically love, rather than just like following in their footsteps, being a doctor.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was always a rebel growing up, so I was like, you can't ever force me to do anything. But luckily, he took me into just learning how to operate businesses and how to talk to people when I was like from the age of 6. Like he would take me to court and city hall and learn how to do permits. And I was like,
And he's not a doctor.
No, he's not. No.
So how many more cities do you see yourself taking Bang Bang to? Or do you want to open more new, different concepts maybe instead?
Yeah, I love Arizona. I came to Arizona for a pretty good reason. You know, for me, there's a lot of opportunity in Arizona.
The house music scene is blowing up. Like
And
more
the food
people.
scene is incredible
Oh
here,
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And it was
100%.
a really easy caveat from San Diego. I mean, I think about 80% of our traveling customers in San Diego were from Arizona, so it just fits so nicely.
Yeah.
And a lot of people go back and forth, so people were already familiar with the brand, so it was a really
That's
easy expansion here. And I mean, I think we've just come to love it, and there's so much support in the restaurant industry, and it's such a big space. I think it makes sense to kind of stay here. I mean, you can touch on it.
We have our house here. We also have our condo in San Diego, so we go back and forth. But there's a lot of new stuff in the works that we're doing, and we can't share yet. And exciting stuff.
And look, I can keep a secret.
Yeah.
I can keep a secret.
Yeah.
So
The show's not over yet, so better place your bets. Will she blow the secret?
We still have 25 minutes left, and I want to talk about it, but I know we can't.
The next time.
The next time.
Stay
The next time.
tuned.
If you have to let one
Stay
out,
tuned.
tell everybody where you went to
Now
brunch.
is
but-
That could be the secret you release.
Now is a good time to share our socials, so you can follow along.
That's smart.
Well, and that's the best
you
place
can be
for.
the first
oh.
to find out about secrets here on our socials.
That's the best place for
Definitely.
people
That's
to
perfect.
find what DJs and artists are
I
coming
feel
to
like you're
Bang
squatting
Bang.
down. Let me go. Can I be your assistant and hold this up for you? She's so
It's gonna
tall.
affect the sound.
She's so
It's what
tall,
it's-
she's like
what's
this.
what it be.
Can I lower this chair?
Yes, you can. You can.
I'm just trying to
Yes,
sit
you
with
can.
good posture, and I'm like, oh. I don't
So
know.
everybody shop at Faraway Wines. We love them.
Yes.
And
Support local.
Support
Support
local.
local.
And next time we'll be drinking your
Sake
Sake.
seltzer.
BB
Seltzer.
Saki.
But Los Melix, once again, they won a lot of awards this year for top wines for Arizona. And then Sam Pillsbury, we're not drinking his wines today, but I think one of the next shows we will have Sam Pillsbury on.
Honorable
with you guys.
mention. But
Yes.
I've never heard of a sake seltzer before. That's such a
That's
new.
the point.
That's
Yeah,
an
it's one of
amazing
the first
idea,
ones
though.
on.
Yeah, I've never heard of it
Yeah.
before. So
Whose
that's
idea was that?
It's a new market.
Of a friend, he no longer works with
Mhm,
us, but
mhm.
also, you know, we just came and he was like, "Why don't we do this?" And I was like, "Why not? Let's just try to get these recipes going and let's kick it off."
it's one of those things that could take off, where all of a sudden
Absolutely.
you have like grocery stores saying, "Hey, we want this,"
For
because
sure.
it's such a
Oh,
unique
100%.
idea.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just goes hand in hand with having venues, though, too, right? Because you can support your own product in your venues,
Mhm.
and then start there, grow it,
Let me-
Some,
do it exclusively.
it
And
would do
then-
well at festivals too, because
Exactly.
I walk past the bar and I see White Claw. I'm like, I want to shoot myself. I hate White Claw. Like, I would way rather have a BB sake.
Style.
And I mean, you know, we do events as well, so it would go hand in hand.
Oh, I
with
hate
definitely
White Claw,
carrying
and
it.
truly, don't even get me started on truly.
Well,
Fucking
and
dog
my
shit.
complaint, whenever I go to
Sake where
music
it's at.
festivals, you know, I am a wine drinker. I love sake. I love wine. So I'll be, you know, hopefully you'll be at all the festivals.
Definitely.
And
For sure.
I mean, I don't want to announce anything, but you know, I think I might be creating some festivals soon. But
King of
and then
Fest.
King of the works.
I'm gonna have your
Wine
sake
Fest
seltzer.
and sake seltzer.
Yeah.
King of Fest will have your sake seltzer. The BB sake seltzer. Cheers. Cheers, you guys. Here we go. Cheers, cheers, cheers. See, I'm keeping secrets.
Cheers. I just have water, but
There we go. There we go. So, what are we going to be playing, Rachel and Chet? Because I'm having a lot of people listening to this show, and they're going to be coming out to see this grand opening. Are we going to be playing house? Are we playing trap?
Yeah, and we
Are
almost
playing-
always play at least one of our new songs that we've been working on. So at
Okay.
least one of those.
Only one? Why only
Well,
one?
they both know to not go too hard, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They,
know the
they're
vibe.
very good. They understand to play with the crowd.
Yeah.
They know what they're
Yes,
doing.
yes, yes. So I'm hoping it's house music.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
definitely have
Okay.
house music. Yeah, it'll
House
be
music. Okay.
I-
groovy, dreamy house music.
Yeah, I only play house music under my Deep Chetty alias. I like to keep it like separate, so that way my house fans know that that's what they're gonna get. I play bass sets, but under a different alias.
That's smart, too. You got to separate it. That's good.
100%,
smart,
because a
actually.
lot of the house fans are very like niche, specifically only love the house. So when they hear the bass music, it kind of will throw them off. So
You could just slip in a song or two.
Yeah, a
Used to
song
it.
or
Warm
two
'em up.
slip in is
Warm
good.
'em up.
Maybe
oh,
not
I'm good at
music.
reading the crowd. Like at a few festivals I've been to that I've played at, like where I can tell like everybody's fucked up in the crowd and they're gonna
Yeah.
love it. I'll do that. But like
Yeah, you
if
know
I'm
the
at like
crowd.
a more evolved setting with like an older crowd, I'm like I'm gonna play all house.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, you know how to play to the crowd. It's important.
Absolutely, 100%.
Gotta
So is
read
there a
the
color
room, read the
theme?
vibe.
Does your restaurant have a color theme? Is it like red, white, and black? Because I want to know how to dress.
It's like red it's moody.
Oh yeah, you gotta match the
I'd
restaurant.
say red, black, and gold. Like
Yeah.
gold
Okay.
accents, red and black coloring, moody, sexy, and then we have a lot of greenery and floral involved too. So it kind of makes it this immersive environment.
Well, that was. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that
No,
was
all
one
good.
thing I was really impressed with inside is the decor. And you were
Yeah.
saying you did that all yourself, right? Islam?
Yeah, I picked
That was
everything from
really
A to Z,
impressive
yeah.
because it feels like a very modern, like chic scene. Like
Yeah.
it's like where James Bond would go to drop off the flash drive or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone would. My parents went in there and they were like, "Oh, who designed this spot?" I was like, "Me," and they're like, "What?"
You alone, or did Madison help?
Well, Madison, yeah, she put together, you know, all the everything we did. We did it together, but it was like me picking out. Okay, I want these curtains. You know, we like these chairs. You know, I like this wallpaper. I like the stairs to be this color. And
Rachel,
I
did
had
you help with this?
No, she came in afterwards.
I have to say,
Oh,
my,
okay.
my best friend Aspen too. She helped and she drew it out, and her dad did all the woodworking in there.
Yeah.
And he's amazing.
It
So
looks
it's really
great.
cool to be able to
Impressive.
work with
Mhm.
friends and family to help build out the space. I think
Yeah.
it made it a much more special project. Obviously, you're working with your random subcontractors and things like that, but the fact that we were able to keep a lot of our friends and their family involved made it a really special project.
Yeah, it was.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very
And
special.
when you go in there, you can definitely immediately tell that it's a special space. Like there's so much, so many beautiful details to kind of let your eye wander and your mind wander when you're in there. The food's so good, and then of course the music is just the cherry.
And the
on
biggest
top.
disco ball. Can't forget
Oh
that.
yeah,
Here in
Arizona's biggest disco
Oh, so maybe
ball.
I have to get a dress that's all disco ball.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one to do.
Oh my gosh,
A
wouldn't that be
disco
great?
dress.
No.
You look great. You
No.
shine.
No.
She's like, I'm the disco ball.
Well, we're trying to
see,
get
at
you
the end
on
of the
top.
night,
yeah, we'll have to-
rotating.
At the end of the night, she has a joust stick to fight the real disco ball. She's like, there can only be one here.
Yeah, we have a really big disco ball here. I think it's Arizona's biggest. So
Yeah.
it's a fun element for sure.
Yeah.
It's one of our staple pieces.
Yeah,
And
it's
there's
half gold, half
gold, half silver.
Oh, yeah.
So are you going to be wearing all gold?
No, just to watch.
Black with gold accents is probably it.
Because I think we should all match.
I think if
I
you
always
just
just
wear
wear all
black,
black.
we'll match.
Yeah.
That's the vibe of it.
Yeah. When in doubt, we're black to the club.
Yeah. And don't forget your sunglasses.
Yeah.
Oh, do we wear sunglasses?
So I was gonna ask what artists
okay.
are coming up at the San Diego location that you guys are really excited about, and then same for the Tempe location.
Ooh, we have some amazing artists.
Other than
on deck.
Dylan Nathaniel, obviously we're gonna plug that
Dylan
one.
Nathaniel.
Others,
Amazing.
others we can talk about. That's exciting. I agree.
In
Which
San
other
Diego,
ones?
the next couple weekends, we have Saffron Stone coming. She has been kind of trailblazing a really cool tech house sound that's kind of jungly and chill at the same time. She's awesome. She was just in Dubai. I think she's out of the UK though. And then Fallon is coming as well. He has a amazing song called Lose Control that I sing constantly. It's stuck in my head all the time. My boyfriend gets mad
with me. I love that
because
song.
I sing it all the time just
It's so
when
good.
I'm not paying attention. Those two we're really excited about. And then we have San Diego local S-Stock coming to kind of bring a different sound. And these are going to be the last shows at the other venue before we move to the new spot. So come check out the
I thought
original
Nasty's
venue.
playing.
That's at Tempe. That's in Tempe.
Okay.
That's a totally
Let
different
Rachel
sound.
give the show breakdown.
Okay.
She probably knows it a little better.
All right, I'll
than
pour a
you.
little one.
Yeah, drink the wine. That's your strong suit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then further into July, we also have Air Crank coming to San Diego.
Yeah, her
which
crank
really
is great.
cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a funky, a little acid house disco. It's a really good sound.
He's a French act. This is his first
Yeah.
time playing in America, so
Wow.
it's going to be a good. It's one of my favorite types of sound, and it's something that I don't think anyone in Arizona really knows who he is. But again, it's a passion project for me, and bringing new music. So I know anyone from the ages of 21 to I don't care how old you are, you're gonna like it.
Oh
I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Chet,
Yeah.
what was that
We're
artist?
especially-
Well, wait, before you ask me this, I don't want to
Okay.
lose my train of thought. Rachel, who was the artist we saw at Bang Bang San Diego a couple months ago, and he was doing his own vocals.
Oh,
Amazing.
Bacchus.
Yeah, that was a great
Yeah,
show.
he's another
Yeah.
French
He
artist.
he's another French artist.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I was gonna say he was French, and I think it was
Yeah.
one of
It
his
was his
first
first,
shows.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
his first
and
in
he's
the
kind of
US.
in that same
Mhm.
realm of music. So I've been really digging deeper into that like minimal jazzy French house.
I love that
Well,
style. I
well,
love
wait,
that
on
style.
that
I love
note-
dropping like at least
Hold
one or
on.
two of those style in my stuff.
Chet,
Wait, I'm trying to compliment this artist really quick
but
first.
this goes into what you're talking about. Remember how we were at that festival together after you played? We were going around to all these different, and we ended up at this one where
Need
this
to be
guy-
more specific.
Okay, let me say it. There was a guy. He was definitely from Europe. I thought he was from France, and I was like, outside of you and Rachel, he's my favorite. He was wearing like a suit. And
Oh, it was Clapton.
oh my gosh,
Oh yeah. He's
That
a big
guy.
artist.
I
He's big.
love
Yeah.
his.
I was at
music.
Decadence. Yeah.
I
Well,
booked
he
him
was
7 years
incredible.
ago.
After you played,
7
he
years
played.
ago.
That's
Yeah,
big.
I booked
No,
him,
no,
but
this
it
is like
was
no, this was.
No, I
She's
said-
talking about
No,
Decadence.
he
Yeah.
booked
I
him
booked
7
him
years
7
ago.
years ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you
When
were
he
saying
was
that was
kind of
7 years
first
ago. I was
popping
like,
up.
no,
He
this
was
was.
first
Yeah.
popping
But
up,
let's
yeah.
circle back around to Bacchus, who we saw at the San Diego location, was amazing. Like he was doing the vocals live.
Yeah.
He has an
Amazing.
amazing
Yeah.
voice
Yeah.
too.
And it was
kind of
he
a-
has the voice of an angel. Let me tell you.
It was kind of a surprise that he
Yeah.
did do his vocals
Is he
live.
cute?
We didn't know that he was gonna
You
do
would
that
definitely
live.
think he's.
But it was
very,
cool that
very
he did it, and then
What's his age group?
I wasn't there yet.
younger than
Oh,
you.
okay.
I wasn't
No,
there
I
for
mean,
that show,
you're like
but I met
perfect.
him
I'm not
during
saying for me, just for somebody I know.
COVID. I mean, no, I met him during Miami Music Week, so he came to our parties with his agent.
Mhm.
So we're booking all of that kind
My
of
friend.
sound, and then helping it, just kind of bringing
Yeah.
a new sound to Arizona.
I do have to say something you're so good at is finding the new sound and introducing new sounds to a new market. So
I love
there's
that.
a lot of artists that we book that everyone may not know, but give it a few years and they're going to be huge names.
Yeah.
I mean, to name someone, I'm just going to name drop another. You did one of their first shows in America, and then one of the
It
biggest
was their
artists
first
playing
show,
right
yeah.
now. It was their first show in Latman, and there's countless names we could
Oh.
do. I think we put it on paper, and we were in the like 20s of first in the United States.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's what he's so good at is finding a talent that's maybe hasn't been here yet, that is on the trajectory of starting a trend. And so when you come to our clubs, if you don't know the artist, I just want to say give him a chance. Be open to experiencing new sounds, because we really have our finger on the trigger of like what's really good. And again, if it's something new, I just want everyone to be open to it, because there's amazing sounds that even I've been introduced to.
Yeah, so I'm in Tempe for a reason. It's a college market, and I've started my career in doing shows in college markets in Florida. So I understood, how to cater to a college kid, because that kid or that 18, 19-year-old, 21, any kid in college is going to want to be at your shows when he's 21. They're like really wanting to be there. We make it super difficult. We don't do any fake IDs. We don't do any of that stuff. We make it very difficult for everyone to come in. And also,
Was somebody
Everyone who's
polite?
under 21.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say.
Wait, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
They-
Anyone can come in if you're over 21.
Yeah.
They have polite security,
Clarification.
but
We
you just
do.
make sure that everyone's 21.
everyone's
Absolutely.
21.
So
Yeah.
you
The
don't want.
ID
So
scanner.
you don't want people that are. You only want college people.
No,
No, we
no,
want
no,
all,
I'm
all
telling my
ages.
friends.
There's no one,
So
no
spend a lot of
one
money making them
under.
out.
Yeah,
No one
I'm in,
under
I'm in
21.
a,
Well, hold on. I have a lot of friends that are
We
going to
want
listen to me.
no
so
one
this is
under
important.
21 in there.
yeah, no
Okay.
under 21.
But everyone under 21 we want and is welcome, and
Yeah.
we want
But
to
if
play
people
amazing
love this
house
kind of
music.
music, because I have a lot of friends that
You
love
gotta
this
wait
kind of
till you're
music.
21.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you're 21,
But you're not
welcome.
only catering to
No,
college.
no.
No, all
absolutely.
ages.
I do think our
So
venue is.
for us, it's more of like being in a college market. When you're in a college market, you're creating new trends when it comes to music. So if we started off in Scottsdale, everyone's gonna be like, oh, what is this music? But like a college kid is way more open to like listening to new stuff and understanding music more and digging deeper more.
Well,
I'm sure you are too.
Well, and I think it's a college market automatically because you're basically on ASU's campus.
You're a block
But there's a
away.
lot of
Right.
people that are like in their
business
20s and
professionals.
30s and 40s who love house music in
Absolutely.
Phoenix, who are
Oh,
either
yeah.
And they're looking for a nice
burners.
place to go. That is
Yeah,
a
exactly.
classic college bar, and I think
Yeah.
that's what we really tap
So I'm
into.
sure like at least half of your
Yes.
ticket sales or people in the restaurant each night are going to be from like that surrounding
Oh, for
area,
sure.
but probably a high number are also going to be people who just love house music and want to
sure.
hear the
Yes.
music you guys are bringing there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, it's being in Arizona and then changing how a scene listens to music. It's and bringing new music but it takes a while. It takes 3-4 years to get to changing how a younger demographic and how changing a scene actually works. So it's been exciting.
Yeah, like one of our rave fams, we've all been like together going to shows for like almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
So a lot of us are, or a lot of them are like in their mid 30s now, and they're all still going to shows. Like,
They're all still going.
if you love the music, it's not about the age. It's not a phase. You love the music because it brings you a certain level of happiness or joy to be on the dance floor and see it live.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
you know,
And
our
that's-
friend Will Fishbach, he's been on 2 shows, and he's in almost 50.
Well, he's a party animal.
He's not only is he a party animal, but he runs a
Love that.
law firm.
Yeah.
And
he does Ironmans. He's like
and
He's a
he'll
machine.
bring it. He'll get a table. Rachel should be calling him up
Oh,
because
fantastic.
he gets a
We
table
do
and
have
he's a
VIP
spender.
tables
So you don't
at
want to
both
count out
Bang
people that are in their
locations.
50s
No, we
that are
don't.
big
And we
spenders
don't.
We actually
that want to
don't.
get a whole table.
Well, that's
Well,
why
that's what
we
we
have
have
the
to
elevated
cater to.
space.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have a.
So I mean, they'll
we're-
come in and get several tables.
Well,
you
that's-
know?
He was saying that
I
there's-
was talking
We're not.
about from a perspective of changing a scene in general and how because that younger demographic is going to go and tell everyone else because they're so focused and so deeply into the scene. I'm sure when you were, I don't know how old you are, but when you
I'm
first
28.
28. So
Yeah.
when you were in
You're
college,
right.
I'm sure you're always like listening to everything and paying attention. And I'm sure you still do because you make
Wait,
music.
let's delete that out. You don't want people to know your age.
Yeah, I do. I'm not
I'm just
scared
kidding.
of that.
Because that divulges my age. Hello.
That's fine.
That's trying to be funny.
You turned 29 last year, so that doesn't matter.
I'm
Just
getting
like you
younger
have
than my
for the
kids
last.
here.
And I feel like-
20
with all the
years
wine that you're drinking, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well, my
Sounds
grandma
like
lived to be 105 drinking wine, so yeah.
It's amazing.
for that new cutting edge, like new artists, it's way smarter to be in the college area because those are the people who are going to be more excited about that new wave of music. The old town people, they want to go hear more of the top 40s and just
Yeah.
Correct.
get bottle service and like, you know what that scene's about.
Yeah.
It's its own thing.
Yeah. And I do have to say, we curate an environment that's welcoming to everybody. So we want everyone to feel
Yes.
safe in our venue and like all
This is
walks
important.
of life. Yeah.
Please specify, like, and talk about this in detail because that's important to us.
Yeah, I mean all walks of life,
Mhm.
LGBTQ plus, women. We want everyone to feel safe, and we train our security team to be, you know, very kind. I know a lot of times you go to venues and security is can be a negative experience, and you know we want our whole team, our bartenders, our staff, everyone who's working to make it feel like a family environment for everybody because we want everyone there to feel safe and welcome and anyone's
love that.
welcome at our
That's
venue,
important.
you know, and I think it's really important to curate a safe space for everybody to come
And I can be the
enjoy
test and
music.
let you know if they're play. I will.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know,
So like
want
you see
people to
Kinga
wanna
kick her
come.
out.
Yes. Yes.
She's dangerous.
No, I'm serious. Like, I think that it's 2 of the most important people in these club restaurants are your hostesses and your
Absolutely.
security.
Well, yeah, they're
Yeah.
the first and last impression that you
Mhm.
see, so it really matters, and that's going to be the first thing they remember that's starting off their night, and then the last thing that they're going to remember leaving their night, and those are the most memorable and important impressions that you
I
can
love
make.
that.
And then
Yes.
also being on the dance floor too, having an incredible staff. I mean, I think our whole staff is really amazing, and they truly love what they're doing, and they love the music too, which is so important. They're so supportive by it. Our bartenders are always dancing, like everyone's there for the vibes, right? And that's what
Oh,
we
yeah.
and want to create for everybody is just a safe place to come and enjoy and be yourself.
In an
You know?
experience. And what I love
An
is
experience.
Islam has been such a lion, and I'm going to say a lion, not a sheep, because you're creating something new
Absolutely.
and looking for these new kinds of music to bring in. And, you know, not following what everybody else is doing, not being a sheep, you're a lion.
Well,
He's a
and one-
trendsetter.
And
Yeah.
one thing I was gonna say is
Trendsetter.
that they've done a really good job of basically making Bang Bang be a great spot for music, but it doesn't feel like you're like just surrounded by college kids when you're there. It feels more high end. Like there are other venues on Mill that I've been to where you're like, oh my god, 3 people have spilled drinks on my shoes and like it's like sloppy, and it's never like that at Bang Bang. So they really do a good job of making sure everybody is 21 plus, and you know.
I think
But
that
I think
comes
it's
with the
important what you
environment
just
of the
said.
music, though,
Because
too.
I think a little bit back there,
Well, we were just
it
talking
made it
about.
sound like you only want college kids.
It's just because of the
No.
location.
So it's-
You're confusing
yeah.
that. It's
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's
you're
located
confusing-
on ASU's campus. So.
Yeah.
But I like what you said because
It's
it
just
does
a
feel
fact
high-end.
that's where it
It
is.
is, and I
Yeah.
think that
Feels
comes
high-end.
with the music that we're booking too, because I think the
Mhm.
house crowd is a more sophisticated crowd. You know, we don't have a lot of
Mhm.
incidents. We don't have a lot of angry people. We don't have a lot of messy people. People are truly there for the music, and I
Yes.
think that's what makes the experience different.
Mhm.
You can just go to a bar and, you know, whoever's playing, you can just go to get drunk, and that's a whole different experience than coming to our club where you're actually going to see a specific artist. And I think people have that mutual respect for the artist, for the music, and for themselves. And so, you know, our dance floor is a very safe space, and it is, people are respectful there, and it makes a really big difference. But I think that
It's high end. It's high end.
But I think that comes with the nature of house music as well, because that's what it's about, is love and acceptance and respect for everyone around you. And so that's what we're just trying to emulate at our club.
And it definitely shows. You can feel it when you walk from the moment you walk into the door to the moment you leave. You really feel at home, and everyone just is so friendly, and it really is an experience. It's not your average trip to the club or trip to a restaurant. Like, it's a little bit more than that. You can feel
So Rachel, how did you get involved with all this bang 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 bang?
it.
Outside of your passion for music.
I have always been extremely passionate about music, and I was actually walking on Mill Avenue.
Well, you've been a producer and a DJ for years.
Yes, for many years. And I was working in another industry, though. I was working in the construction industry, on the admin side of things. And I did enjoy it. I loved the team I was working with. But I saw this really cool poster on the street on Mill Avenue after another show that I went to, and it said Bang Bang opening soon, and it looked all fancy and all just like a really cool spot. So I was super curious about it. And
well, had you not been to the San Diego location before?
I had never been to the
Oh,
San Diego.
okay, yeah, I had been to the San Diego location after crossed in like 2017 or something. But yes, I'd been to the San Diego location like years ago.
Yeah,
but hold on.
I had always wanted to go, and I had never been there, and I saw that there was a new location opening up in Tempe, and I applied for executive assistant position, and I got it.
But it's important to say that you were doing this. You were working for a big custom home building. I'm not gonna say the company, and she was working all day, and then she would DJ like 2 or 3 nights a week. And she would eat, and she was like, you know, going to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning, getting home at 3 o'clock in the morning. I would see it because I was dog watching for her, and then she'd wake up and go to work at like 8 in the morning. She was getting no sleep.
Not getting a lot of sleep.
Why? Because that's her number one passion.
Yeah.
Her music is, and
well,
DJing
every
is,
single day I would go
and
into
making the
work,
music.
and I would be listening to music on the way driving there. And I'd be so sad at 9 a.m. Turn the music off. I had to go into the office, and I wouldn't get to listen to one song until after I left, which hopefully was 5 p.m.
But the positive thing that I saw is that she was up all night playing her music, getting no sleep. I'm sorry, I think that's really important.
Let her finish her topic.
Okay, sorry.
Her thoughts.
Sorry. Anyways, so it was kind of a little bit broke my heart every day to turn the music off when I went to work and not think about it at all, and just kind of help other people doing stuff that I was happy for them to be, you know, building their dream home. It was an exciting thing to be a part of, but it just wasn't something I was as passionate about as music. So the opportunity presented itself to work with Bang Bang in Tempe, and Bang Bang in San Diego, and Pyramid Events, and Pyramid Artists, and BB Saki.
Knowing Rachel, and when we first started working here, I never really trust anyone that much, and I don't really trust anyone with my emails or any of my work or any of it in general, but I just felt super comfortable around her. Every time she came into work, she was most professional, most hardworking, most caring,
most positive.
Most positive. Even though I would have a bad day, she'd always like help me, you know, get out of my bad attitude. We'll get through, and she helps push for all the negativity that we're dealing with. She really knows how to take care of it and helps me get through it. And I was like, hey, you're passionate about this. I've never really shared the experience of talent buying with anyone, so I was like, hey, you want to help me buy some talent? I'll show you the back end, and I'll show you the other side of the business. Yeah, but I knew that like she DJ'd. She never told me she made music, but I know she DJ'd.
Well, she's too humble about herself with her music. She really is a killer on stage. That positivity and that energy, it comes out.
Wait till you see on the 6th.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang. July 6th.
There's only 2. You're saying it too many times.
Just bang, bang.
But coming to dinner beforehand.
We have 1 minute left. How do you want to go out with this bang?
Let Islam finish what his thought was, and then we'll go over all the social accounts you can follow us on.
Well, and go to Bang Bang. Try the food and listen to the music.
Yeah,
have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
And now our management team, you know, it's Madison and Rachel by my side, so it's been a a great, experience, and it makes my day 1,000 times easier than what it was a year ago. So it's great to have two smart women on my team, and I fully love working with women. There's no ego. They're hardworking ladies, and I
So you wouldn't consider having Chet?
I don't know about that.
I'm too much of an asshole.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Hold on, so he's going to be playing for you a lot.
Oh, that's different.
That's
different.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking about
That's booking.
the office
Yeah.
setting.
Yeah,
the
that
office.
I thought you were kidding. Anyways, come on.
I'm talking about being in the
I'm
office.
gonna have another drink.
All right, without
So-
further ado, let's recap on all socials
30
how
seconds.
you can follow us. Obviously, websites, you can find us there, but on Instagram, bangbangtempe or bangbangsan. You can also find us at pyramideventsco and pyramid artists, and then
And-
soon BB Sake.
And
Oh,
shout out to Pablo being my first ever employee.
Yeah, go
Woo,
Pop.
shout out
Yeah,
Pablo, we
Pablo.
love you.
Yeah, he's here. He does all of our marketing, and pretty much he's a part of the squad, just like the ladies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
he's
if
a
you-
marketing magician.
I was
Goodbye.
gonna say, if you go to
Goodbye.
Miami Music Week, don't
It's
miss
done.
their party.
Yeah.
It's the best one.
Bye.
Bye.